Hi everyone, welcome back. So, round 7. The follow-on from probably the worst round we've had so far. It was pretty bad, pretty bad. The situation as it stands now is not good. I think we're not quite resigned time. I don't think we're way too early for that, I think. Although I think that's the way it's probably going to go. With one last glorious attack somewhere as like a last-ditch attempt to secure some kind of, sweet victory. But I think, yeah, I don't think, given what's happened in Japan, I don't think we can do much now. The one also problem as well is Russia is proving really hard to pin down. I can't quite finish them off. The odds for me taking Russia here with what I've got, 17 infantry, 8 tanks, plus 3 fighters, is not good, with very slim chances of success there. This battle in Karelia is better. It's slightly less than 50% chance we take this. I think I kind of have to, because it's only going to get worse. I've got 4 fighters to throw into this battle. Obviously the 15 infantry as well. I think I've just got to try and make something happen. The game is slipping away, I think, quite quickly now. So I have to kind of force the issue. I think obviously the problem is lacking attack power. That's the main problem. We've got enough sponges, enough cannon fodder, but no, not enough, attacking units behind it. So yeah, controlling things is really hard. The fighters and things are having to work overtime to try and control things, so it's pretty tricky. Right, so obviously the game plan, same as before. The thing is as well with Russia, it's only going to get worse really from here. I mean, it's going to be hard to mass things. I like at this stage, when I'm sitting in the Caucasus with this area firmly under control, which it is, I like then to build bombers and then obviously just cripple the Russian economy. Obviously not at this stage because they've got still a lot left. We can't really... The problem's been obviously counter-attacking up here, it's been hard. So we've not been able to really cut off the Russian economy, so they've still got a lot left, so actually bombers wouldn't do as much. But when Russia are fairly cut off, bombing them can be a killer move, because they just... Any IPC they do have, they have to... Obviously they're forced to spend on repairing their complex, so it kind of just cripples them and allows you to surpass them in terms of power and numbers. That's obviously not an option for many reasons, mainly the rule set, but yeah, that would have been nice. Right now, I think it's just very tricky to gain control. I think the fight is the key, because I don't want to throw tanks away by taking random settlements. I've got to use planes to do that, but again, it's just very hard. So I think we're going to have to... I can't obviously attack Russia here. I've got to do a little bit of... Yeah, even this. I think... The question is, do I go for Karelia? Given the fact it's only going to get worse, not better. Because there'll be more troops coming in next time. I'll have 10 more infantry, but they'll have, 5 more units defending on a 2. Plus, I think we're going to get some kind of invasion now from the Americans as well. This is going to be rough. So France is under threat now. They've got equal numbers pretty much going for... That's actually better. That's a better composition than me. They've got tanks involved, which tanks are better than just infantry and artillery. So that's better than the 12 infantry I've got here. So this could possibly fall as well. France could go. I think once that goes, it's going to be very difficult to do anything else. I think we have to try it. I'm gonna try it. I don't think it's gonna get any better. I think at the moment now we're gonna be swamped fairly quickly by units, mainly American troops coming in quickly. We can't obviously take Egypt now as well. It's gonna be very hard. We're lacking numbers in Egypt and Africa. Sorry, so our empire here could fall quite quickly. The bomber there is gonna probably give me, but yeah, they'll have the advances there. But even when they attack, the bomber throws it in their favour, so that's kind of unfortunate. I can't reinforce that quick enough. Yes, I think we're seeing probably the beginning of the end, I think, in this one. Just because we just can't really do too much. I think what might be a better option here instead, if we do... Let's hold off on the attack. I'm going to change my mind. Let's go for something different. So 2 here, 2 here. Let's do 2 here. And just try and... reinforce slightly. Again, this will be pretty sweet. Fighters down here. Can they reach? 1, 2, 3 if they can, yeah. 2 transport, you know, bonus there, but again, that's just super risky. With the cruiser, we'd probably lose at least one. Yeah, we'd probably lose a fighter to that. So I'll try and play slightly more defensively for now. These 10 infantry are going to have to move out, I think. We'll have to also probably move these 3 infantry out as well. God, it's dangerous. Super dangerous. I think also probably I'll put the fighters back into Caucasus. We shouldn't need any defensive assistance. Yeah, yeah, obviously we won't. We can't, yeah. Yeah, so fighters back here. Okay, cool. Let's do that. Anything else we can attack with? I don't think so. Again, this is such a nice target for aircraft. If I obviously didn't have this rule set, I'd be going for this, because 4 transports for not a great defense would be worth it, I think, in this kind of circumstance, but that's unrealistic given our problems. Okay, yeah, I think that's about it. Okay, good start. Nice tank here in the Ukraine. Should be free to take. Okay, nice. Good infantry hit. Nice. Cool. Okay, so let's reinforce. I'm going to keep the fighter in France, I think, just to kind of give us a bit of an edge. I'm also going to put a few more infantry back into France on the mobilization to try and hold this invasion that's coming in very quickly. Because they've got more here they can send in as well to France. So France could come... We could probably lose France this round if we're get unlucky rolls. So... Is 10 infantry enough to hold Berlin is the question. I think it should be, right? I think it should be. I think what I'll do, I'll move the full... was it 10 we had in Berlin? Yeah. The 23 infantry in the Baltics is going to be obviously more than enough to hold the Baltic. They can't attack with what they've got here because they're obviously individual nations, so they're good. They're good defensively, but offensively they've got no real options against a lot of infantry, so that's fine. This is secure. Then I think we'll probably move a few back. Let's move one... Yeah, make the northwestern Europe hard to take. That's going to be awkward to take 3 infantry sitting in there. 2, I think, yeah, pulling troops away from Egypt now is not going to be what he wants to do. I don't think he'll go for a landing in Italy, given what's obviously I've got troops nearby to move in if they moves them out. So I think probably what we'll do is I'll assume he won't go for Italy with these transports and pull them back to Germany. Secure that. Apart from that, I think that's okay. I think yeah, let's move up. Definitely move up. And to be in hitting range of this if they choose to push down. So I want to try and hold all this if we can, for as long as we can. That's going to be pretty valuable to us. So our economy is still good. We've still got 48 IP6. We're not lacking in economic power. It's just mainly, obviously, we're slipping. Yeah, control of the area around Russia is slipping. Karelia is going to be a real problem now. If by some miracle we don't lose West Russia this turn, or next turn, because it'll be Russia that takes it back, an all-out tank move with, you know, supported by this infantry could be really nice, but again, I don't think he'll let that happen. He'll make sure that I'm just thinking, actually, what can I do here? Can I actually force an attack on Karelia? Because what I could potentially do here is I could abandon... Yeah, it means abandoning the Caucasus, which is the issue. But potentially I could sort of secure Belarusia with more infantry from the Baltics, because they're getting reinforced anyway. To ensure this line stays open, so I've got a tank blitz from the Ukraine through Belarusia into Karelia to clear this mess up. But again, what you're doing then is you're opening the door for the Russians to slip back down here and take back the Caucasus, and that just causes more problems. Would he go for an attack if there was 13 infantry in there? Or probably more, actually. Would be 17 infantry. He'd probably still go for it. Yeah, I'm just debating if I can just get away with more attacks here, if I can just try and clear up Karelia. Yeah, I don't want to leave the Caucasus too weak. I'll just put that there just to make sure we don't get anything for free. I'm staying in the Caucasus. I think that's probably going to be the key here, to just to hold that. I don't think we can afford to lose that, really. That's the one thing we've got, you know, good control of. Okay, so going to be 15 infantry left in France. There's going to be 12 in Germany, but Germany's under less threat than France is, so I think France, hopefully that will help out. You probably even get away with more than that. I think even like throwing in, just, yeah, 16 might do better. Well, obviously it would do better, but it might help out a bit more. 11's going to be, I think, good enough for Berlin, I would say. Okay, let's try that. So I was going to commit to a fight in Korea there, but I think we'll hold off for now, and hopefully we can move in there next turn. We've still got 3 fighters, well 4 available, assuming we don't lose France. So attack next turn with more infantry than we had before, so it might work out better even with reinforcements. But we'll see. We'll see. It's tricky, very, very tricky. I'm sort of balancing on the edge right now. It could go either way. I think we are losing, but if we get a few nice fights, it may be okay. So I'm going to keep fighting until I definitely know it's over. So I'll carry on for now. So the good news immediately: the bomber lives. It has survived, thank goodness. So, in fact, actually, hang on. What happened there? Because I swear he had a fighter here, didn't he? Combat. What's the region? Yunnan. No way. You see that? Japan held on. The attackers lost 1 fighter and the bomber. See, it was all part of the master plan. That was all part of the plan. I knew that bomber could defend. Wow, that's just super lucky. Super lucky. I didn't deserve that, to be fair. I really didn't deserve that. That was a really bad mistake from me. We should have been punished, but yeah. Fortune favoured the defence there, so we got away with it, but yeah, it was very, very lucky. So we still have a bomber left, which is excellent news. We can now still attack somewhat. It's still going to be obviously tricky, but you know, I think the main problem we've got now in terms of if we still want to try and take India, which I don't think is going to be possible. I'm not sure, but they've still got an anti-air in India, so potentially if we attack it with the bomber, we might lose the bomber anyway. So it's like an unlucky roll, but that's for another time. So the game plan here, I'm not really sure. I mean, the issue now, obviously, we've got is that we can't particularly defend. If we just quickly work it out, if it's... Yeah, I think we can probably still take a defense against the fleet, but obviously not attack it. Because we've still got more, got another battleship, more than them. We've got 2 carriers, which are defending on a 2, and they've only got 1. We have a cruiser, they don't. So I think we can comfortably sit in the west side of Japan and take a defense against the fleet. But then we can't press them, which is the only bad thing. But I think the job now is going to be just try and ferry as much infantry over to the mainland as we can, to try and hold the troops back as best we can. I think we're also going to have to try and take out these American troops here. Maybe push out slightly and try and get control of all this territory. We need to start taking away the economy for Russia if we can, because they've still got 20, which is too much. For round 7, they've got way too much economy. They should be under control by now, so they have to try and deal with that. Yeah, it's still not looking great, but we've got, yeah, we're still in the game at least, so I'm going to obviously keep pushing. Right, so the drill, obviously. I mean, yeah, I'll tell you what I'll do. I think I mentioned this last time. I'm going to put a complex in Thailand. If we need to, we can always ship infantry back down to hold it if he decides to push out. So yeah, I think we're going to have to do this now, just to kind of keep production up near India to try and hopefully take it at some point. Obviously we're going to be slightly behind with the 3 versus the 2, but still it's better than nothing, so I think we have to do that. So yeah, 7 infantry, a complex. What's nice is the Philippines are fairly strong. That's going to I don't think that's going to fall, especially when he's not going this way, so that's going to stay. I think we could even risk not putting anything more in there. I think we'll have to just leave it. We'll focus more on Japan and then obviously taking the infantry back here. I think in a way, actually, what we could do... Do we go radical? I think we go radical. More complexes. Thailand. What's this one? Kwantung? Or probably Shanghai. Yeah, let's do Shanghai. Let's do Shanghai. I'm just thinking it's going to take a while with obviously 2 transports only. It's going to take a while to ship all these lads over it anyway, so stacking more is not going to particularly help. Given it's safe now, it's not going to get attacked because we know where America's going. They're going this way. They're going towards Germany, so there's not really a threat now. So I think we probably just wait, keep the fleet nearby, keep shipping over. It's going to be, what, 4 at a time? And then we just keep building here, so more complexes on the mainland, keep churning out infantry, just to try and hold our economy together and slowly, hopefully slowly try and push back. So yeah, 2 complexes and do that instead. We're editing our game plan slightly. Alright, so I think we're going to go for the attack, obviously. Now I want to send probably 1 infantry back this way to Yunnan to try and obviously, if they do push out, which they may, to be ready for that. Obviously we need to secure our bomber as well, so we're very safe. I'm going to lock that bomber down tight now, so it's not going to leave my sight for the rest of the game. That's super fortunate. I still can't get over that. He must be pissed off because he realises that was a completely, you know, valid attack to go for. He should have won it. The odds are really in their favour, but maybe just, yeah, complete fluke. So let's move you guys back. Oh yeah, I'm not thinking, am I? I can't actually reach there just yet. So what can we do? Can this bomber safely reach this then? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or better still, 5, 6, back into Japan. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's plenty fine. Cool. So we can hopefully take that then. Take these guys down with the bomber support. The odds are just in our favour there. I think that's probably attack-wise all we can do though. That's about the limits of our powers right now. I'll tell you what, we could pick up some more infantry from the Philippines on our way. Stop off at the Philippines first, then go back into... Yeah, just double checking that. I thought for a second that Manchuria could fall, but it can't because assuming these die, which the odds are that they will, there's no transport in range of Manchuria then, so yeah, we're fine. Okay, cool. That's about the only thing I want to do attack-wise. Let's roll. So hopefully get some nice hits. Yep, totally fine now. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, so let's bring one of you guys down here, back onto Japan. Everything else over here. Cool. Mass complex. We could even put one in, what's this? Kwantung, sorry. Yeah, we could even put one in Kwantung, potentially. It might be an idea, because obviously we're using limited transport, so the more the better. I don't think anywhere else is going to be really that useful, because they're only going to be, you know, producing on a 1. I think 2 is probably the minimum I'd accept for a complex. Again, we don't need one in these, potentially, but we're not in a threat. If we're America or pushing towards the Pacific, I'd probably consider going for a complex down here as well, just to kind of help shore up these more valuable islands, but again, they're not, so we don't have to worry about that. Yes, that's fine. So 3 complexes now on the mainland, which is good, so we're churning out troops from here, from now on, with probably 1 more complex in Kwantung, and hopefully, we're still hanging in there, is the main thing. That bomber was a huge gift for us now, so we're still in the game, which is nice. Yeah, okay. So slightly more positive than last round, I would say that.
I think we made the right choice as well for delaying the attack on Karelia. I mean, we could have gone for it and we could have won, but again, it was risky. It could have gone. If it went badly, which it was, you know, it could very well have done. It would have been disaster for Europe because that would have killed, you know, a whole lot of infantry. The fighters would have had to retire. Yeah, would have lost space. So I think waiting for that attack was the better move. So now we can attack with far more infantry over there, which is good. So I think we're slowly trying to get control. I think it's, you know, we're hanging in there. There are a decent number of infantry on the move now, so I think some of the next attacks could be good. Karelia should hopefully, I don't know the math, but hopefully if he doesn't reinforce too much, we should be able to take that. Hopefully. We'll see. We've got 4 fighter support, so possibly. Anyway, there we go. That's round 7. So slightly better than the end of round 6. Yeah, it could have been a lot worse than it is now, I think. So yeah, we're still in the game, but yeah, it's going all right. I think this is it's a lot of fun though. I have to say, it's a lot of fun playing this. We're pushing them to the end. I think it's yeah, but hopefully we can still get a win. The odds are against us now. I'm pretty sure we will. So I think we're still losing the game, but I think there's a chance to come back. So we'll see what we can do. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you in round 8. Take care.